Hey, good morning. Yeah, it is as early as it looks. I think it says about 6:25. Homeowner has never expressed me getting here too early, and I don't want today to be the first day, so I'll chat with you for just a second. But yeah, we are getting an early start today because I have a doctor's appointment. I said I had one earlier, and I did, but what I did was I changed doctors, so I didn't make that appointment. The guy was a DO. Do you know what a DO is? That's a doctor of osteopathy. And so not that the education was an issue with me, it's just that the guy was kind of apathetic, meaning that he didn't really care. Hopefully no one ever calls you apathetic. That's just not a good quality to have. I would call it probably a character defect if you did. But anyway, I got a new guy. He's from UC Irvine. So, and then my dog's doctor is from UC Davis. So if you got 4 legs, UC Davis is a really good place to go. And if you got 2 legs, I think UC Davis is certainly good enough for me. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant. Guys, we'll start it off, and it'll probably be Tulsa 90 time. We're going to take it back here as our good luck charm. Maybe we'll get as lucky as we did last week. Let's start it. Okay, so here we are at our avian airport here. I'm sorry, but that's as good a name as I can come up with this early in the morning. But yeah, once again, MX6 does such a good job. I mean, I can't complain, but sometimes I still do. Yeah, anyway, we brush. When I took this pool over, this corner here was a real algae problem. And I do everything every week. Some of you have asked me, like, hey, could you show me your process? This is it. You're literally seeing it as I do it. So what I do is when I come and evaluate the pool, the first thing I'm going to do is try to get everything off the top. So there's nothing left on the top that could possibly sink to the bottom. Remember, I got a cleaner here working for me in my absence. So it's not like the bottom is a lesser concern. It's just that I got people on my team helping me out here. And there he is. So let's check out our leaf canister. We always have to do this and then check for, here in our second skimmer, where the skimmer goes. And this is where our basket is. And I should have brought a new basket because this place needs it. Okay, so no mice here this week. That is excellent. But I'll tell you what, so I'm going to go and get everything. I'm going to net everything. And then I'm going to start the brushing process. I'm going to Tulsa 90 everything else. But first, let's take our chems. Remember, we sanitize with 3-inch tabs here. And yeah, wow. So that's a whole lot of cyanuric there. So we're going to add nothing, super high cyanuric. There is a high and a very high. Okay, so this was how high I was in high school, and this is how high I was in college. So anyway, right on. We're super high. Okay, we don't want we're not adding anything. We have high alkalinity. pH is in a good neighborhood here. It's like 7, 8. It's high, but it's not high that I'm going to add any acid. We have plenty of chlorine, and our water is old. So, hey, pretty cool. This is a way to start off the week. Okay, one of you guys, I think it was Brandon, asked me to give a 1-month review of the Tulsa 90, or the update. Okay, so Tulsa 90 update. So I use it, keep it in my truck, sits right next to the robot droid, and so yeah, this thing is great. First day, this pin broke. Okay, first day, I replaced it with a stainless steel pin right here. Okay, that will never be needed to be replaced ever again. Okay, so there's a bracket on the bottom that kind of maybe was a little bit of a restriction and kind of increased suction, yeah, I just took that off, and everything is still working great. And I'm gonna Telsa 90 this pool, and then we will, I'll brush, and then we'll be done. You guys know how to brush. Okay, so here's the process. Walk up, evaluate the pool, take your chems. I usually do that first, but you know, sometimes I get talking to you. Take your chems first, and then add them, and then you do your thing. If you need to take another reading, then you can add at the end. Okay, so go and net out what you can, right? Vacuum if you don't have a Telsa 90. Get a Telsa 90. They're 200 bucks. I am going to do a review of the Telsa 40, which is basically, it's very similar, but it doesn't have an auto on and off function, and it is like $140. So if you guys are super budget conscious, maybe the Telsa 40 might be the thing, if and only if we determine that it's a good product. So once again, I'm still yammering. Then after I get everything off, I net everything, then I vacuum everything, if and only if I'm going to vacuum Telsa 90. If not, then I brush every square inch of the tile, the stairs, everything like that. And then I make one final pass with my net to get anything that I might have missed. And that's how you have a formula for a perfect pool. Oh yeah, it's got to run 9 to 4, 8 to 4 in the summer. And you got to keep water in it. And you got to have a cleaner. But aside from that, it's pretty easy. Okay, if you're a long-time viewer, maybe you have heard me refer to the Poolman's or my Poolman's Bill of Rights. And I feel that every Poolman or woman should do themselves a favor and, you know, treat yourself as good as possible, because you are providing a wonderful service to the families that you serve, and you're on their team, right? So they should be able to help you out. So once again, access is an issue. Now, I'm not talking necessarily parking, which is an issue, but I'm talking access to the equipment. Okay, so here we are. Now you can see our path, and you can see things are just getting way, right? Okay, we're in, hello. We're in spring here. The rosemary is blooming. I don't know what those are. Aren't those beautiful? But yeah, so this is our equipment pad. My cleaner just sucked a little air. Don't worry. But yeah, this is our tiny little equipment pad here. And I gotta be able to get at this, okay? So let the gardener guys know, or if you're your own gardener, pool guy needs access to the pool equipment as well as the pool. So builders, love you. Just want to educate you on some plants, right? If you're building a pool, there's a high propensity you're going to be changing your landscaping or adding to it, or your landscaping, your existing landscaping will be affecting your pool to be. So yeah, I love this smell of jasmine, or I think this is called jasmine, and it's right near an orange tree, many orange trees. So, but man, the smell is super awesome and everything, and it looks, you know, look, it's great privacy. Look how dense it is. Can't see through it. Maybe even nice noise block. But please don't do this. Don't do this to your pool guy, okay? Make sure you research the plants that you surround your pool with, because it's going to be kind of the difference whether you got one of those solid state pools I always refer to, ones that keep themselves clean, ones that are going to be inviting to you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You come home from work, you don't want to look at the pool and say, oh, well, I'll just wait till the pool guy comes and cleans it. No, man, it needs to be always ready for you to go. Now, that doesn't absolve your pool guy from doing his job. Anyway, rambling too much again, but I wanted to talk about, you know, the plants that you're going to surround your pool with. Jasmine's cool, but a lot of flowers, and you're going to have a lot of stuff in your pool. Faux show. Okay, so we're back here at the pool at our second stop on Monday, our Carefree Pool. I was going to call it the Carefree Kidney Bean, but it's not really a kidney bean. It's more of it's a straight oval with your little spa here. So, yeah, I'm going to set off the dog alarm again. Okay, so see the pool's kind of in the same shape every week. We have our pollen here lying here again, and we're gonna hit it with something a little harder. I brought my metal brush back this week, and we'll make sure that that all goes away. But yeah, kind of just a seasonal thing. Let's take our chems. Okay, well, I'm really liking this because now we are for sure ready for summer. Okay, so here, sorry. So we have cyanuric in our ideal range. It does take a minute for these test strips to kind of fully come up, so to speak, but we have some alkalinity. It's trying to get there. pH is, you know, 7, 8, maybe an 8.0. We have plenty of chlorine here, and free and total chlorine, and our water is old. So anyway, let's once again, we are going to evaluate the pool. There's a lot of pollen on this pool, so what I'm going to do, don't do this too much, it raises the pH, but the ethylene glycol that is in this tile soap here, and I use this stuff with acid in it, so it's not making the pH go super high. But what I do, this is just a Poolman's trick, and you can't really see it here this morning because there's no sunlight, but I'll just broadcast it. Whoop, that's it. One little stream down the middle of the pool, and that'll cause all of the pollen. You see, you can't really see it on the GoPro, and if you can, bully. But yeah, so what that's done is it's pushed all of the stuff over on this side towards that side and right here. So everything comes to the edge where I can scoop it up with my cheesecloth net. Now this is a cheesecloth net. It's not, yeah, it's not like this thing, okay? This is like the screen door in your house. That's gonna go right through it. Those things don't really do anything. Maybe they'll pick up some bugs and leaves, but there's no bag. So you pick up like 2 and then you gotta take it out or whatever. So anyway, we've evaluated the pool. We've done our Poolman's trick. I gotta get going to get all this stuff while it's still near the edge. And then I'm gonna brush. And I'm gonna Telsa 90 the spa. Gentleman asked about, oh, could you show us the process by which you do to go spa suction so you can brush it into the main drain. But you also said you had automation. So this pool does not have automation, so I gotta wait to show you that trick, but I'll show it to you, don't worry. Okay, I feel pretty good about this, although the tile is not cleaned up as I'd hoped. I used my tile pad, yeah, and that's just some pretty stubborn stuff. I've gone around the pool 3-4 times and it's still kind of there, but it's not there on this side. Unfortunately, it's here on this side, which is the more visible side to the homeowner, of course. But you know, we're a couple weeks out from a filter clean here. Things are looking great. 2-wheel drive Hayward pool cleaner does a pretty good job. He's not doing a whole lot. I think he's doing just what he needs to be doing. Yeah, anyway, we are moving on. Okay guys, we're outside the Obsession pool, and here's a gesture for you. I'm positive you don't want to be hearing all these dogs barking. So what we might do here today or in the future, if we got dogs barking, I might do a voiceover, right? Where I'll just shoot some video and I'll record my voice at home so you don't have to listen to the dogs. Let's be positive and let's hope that they're inside. I already heard them. So I know I already set the dog alarm off, but I know you guys don't probably like it. So let's move on and get back there and get to work. Okay, like I said, here at the Obsession pool, yeah, and this is not what you want to find when you get here. That is it's a pretty large rat. Poor guy. He was probably just walking around looking for a drink, and now he's gonna meet me. So that's not good, but here's some evidence of I don't know, maybe the pool was being filled. So either way, I'm not judging the homeowner on his hose wrapping skills. That's not part of the grade here. The grade is that he put the water in the pool, and like the Poolman's Bill of Rights says, you got to have water in the pool, right? We don't want to have any sort of water starvation issue. So I just bring back myself here in the camera. No equipment. I want to lock those dogs up, so I'm sure you can probably hear them. But anyway, I'll get to work. Okay, here are our chems, kids. Perfect cyanuric, perfect alkalinity, low pH, not low, but perfect, like 7.6. Free and total chlorine, total and free, whatever, are perfect. And our age of our water is older, but yeah, who cares? You know, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. So my point is that yeah, I mean, what do you want? It's just 2 weeks out of a filter clean. I need to add 1 more pound of DE. I was a little short on the DE last week when I was here, but yeah, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll brush. We'll do our whole thing. There's nothing on the surface of the pool. I did not do my tile soap trick or anything. I don't like doing that everywhere, but if it really needed it and I want to be spanning 20 minutes just getting things off the surface, then I do it. Okay, kind of a dreary day, no sun, but still a beautiful, beautiful pool. The Obsession pool cleans up fabulously. Like I said before, a couple weeks out from a filter clean, we added our 8 pounds of diatomaceous earth. Pool cleaner from Hayward is about to breach. No, psych. Anyway, this pool looks gorgeous, and we are moving on. Okay, so we're here at our last stop of the day, which is the project pool. And I didn't speak about this last week just because I was pretty pissed. This is, if you've been watching this program for a little while, or if you've been watching this pool for a little while, it's a young family and they got kids, they got a dog or two, and I don't know. Last week I opened up the skimmer and I found a collection of rocks, at least a half dozen rocks in the skimmer. And then so I pulled the skimmer basket out to get them all out, and I noticed at least 2 or 3 down the suction hole. And you know, I was unable to stick my hand down there, and I didn't have anything else. You know, I don't carry anything on the truck to retrieve rocks out of skimmers. So and that to me is like, it's just pushing me towards the point where we're gonna have to pass and part as friends here. This is I have the ability to take on other customers where I will make more money and I will spend less time. It's just a smart business decision. I love these kids. They've been, you know, great customers, but I think it's time to move on. And so that's why I'm doing this stand up here in my car. But based on what I find here today, this is what we're gonna do. So let's get back there. Okay, you know, of all weeks for the pool to look as good as it does here, which is not you know, making me feel good about this, but it's certainly better than it has been in the past. It's, you know, getting dirty as I'm cleaning it. I can hear my guys with the leaf blowers next door, and yeah, that is my music to get out of here. Guys, if you got anything out of this, give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and comment if you got something to say. I'm honored to be your original swimming pool fiduciary, guys. This is the Angry Pool Man signing off. We'll see you on the next video.